Hello, hello, hello. Assalamu alaikum. Ji ayanu. Pakhair agale. Ni hao. Shune shumme. Washmale. Ohaya gonzaimas. Guten Morgen. Hi, hugs and hellos and a very amazing khush ahmadi to everybody who's tuned into PT1 and are watching well this morning alongside Maha Makhdoom and Shahzad Khan. Hello, Maha. Assalamu alaikum. Now, I think what we're going to talk about is something to do with sports, because over here in Pakistan, ladies and gentlemen, we have been calling over, you know, people who are football coaches, people who train people for tennis, people who train people for cricket and whatnot. But I think snooker is one of those games where I never heard that we do have coaches around in Pakistan. So we have been joined by somebody who's very superb and amazing.
I have been following the sports, and you know, I have been reading there have been Pakistani snooker players who have been making waves even across the board as well. Exactly.
Mohammad Asif.
There's a few of them. So we'll find out everyone who's been actually doing something within this sporting arena.
And then, you know, I was very surprised because, you know, this was the very first time that I heard that, you know, people even get training for snooker. So, you know, we have got a coach over here in the studios with us, ladies and gentlemen. He's none other than Mr. Arshad Qureshi. He's dual certified professional snooker coach, WCBA Australian level 4 examiner, the snooker gym UK level 3 master coach, head coach the snooker gym Pakistan, and head coach IBSA Islamabad Billiards and Snooker Association. Hello, assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Assalamu alaikum. Fine. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming over. So you picked up a very different field or a career for your life.
Not cricket, not squash, not hockey. So
actually, snooker is kind of my first love. Okay. You can say that. Yeah. I started snooker in 80s, late 80s, like 88.
When you started going to school?
I was in, I think, 9th grade or something.
So you used to skip school and go to snooker club?
Sometimes, just like any other boys, you know. Yeah. We do stunts in those ages, but not really actually. But the snooker was very, very hard to. It was very hard for people to accept snooker as a sport at that time.
So, and in the 80s, how did you even come across snooker?
Actually, there was one of our friends who used to go in Rawalpindi mess, so you know, army mess. So he used to had a good. They used to have had a decent table, not very good, but decent table. So he introduced that to us, and then that's on. I used to play football, but then once I saw the snooker, that was my.
And back in the days, I think people used to call snooker phata. Let's go play phata. You know, this was the term. And even if now in villages you go, you know, so what they do is that they, you know, put in a tent and they put a small table underneath it, and then their kids just playing.
Okay, so I mean, so it has been around. People do know about snooker. Okay, so now once you discovered it, once you started doing it, so tell us about the career that you decided to go into, and then subsequently what happened.
And how does your coaching work?
Yeah, let me start from the beginning, because in 90s, once the studies completed, so I had to go to a normal job and all that, so I had to leave the snooker because of lack of opportunities and all that. And then I went to UK for a few years and then came back in 2010, and I was slightly away from the snooker at that time because of, you know, family things and all that, when once you get married and kids and all that. So once I came back, and my boys, I've got two lovely boys, and I used to watch it on internet. So they asked me, Papa, we like to play this game. It's very exciting and all that. I said, all right, I'll take you there. I took them to a club. I asked them to, you know, I showed them how to hold the cue, how to make a bridge and all that. And I was very surprised that people started gathering, you know, around, and they asked me, sir, how are we going to do that? And then I realized that there's a huge gap. We've got so many snooker arenas, so many complex sports, everything, but there's a huge gap of knowledge. People does not know how to do it. So I started, because I had a decent experience. I used to play a lot, and I started coaching them. And then people says, okay, once you are doing it, why don't you do it right? Get a certification for it, because we don't have any certified coaches at that time. Even still, we've got only one or two maybe, but one is in level 1, and another one is probably level 3, but he doesn't coach practically. So that took me, that made me to, you know, challenge myself, and I said, okay, let's do it. And with the grace of Almighty, it went very well. And
now you're running a YouTube channel too as well, where you put on videos and people can learn for free, and they're in Urdu too, right?
It is Urdu, because I used to, when
That's good. It should be in Urdu.
It is actually. I used to see a lot of you know, English videos which people can't understand the terminology.
Exactly.
So that was a big challenge for me. Actually, when I did my level 3 certification with Nick Barrow in UK, he came to Pakistan in December, last December.
Excellent.
We invited him, first professional visit our country. He used to run his YouTube channel, but it's all in English and people can't understand, you know, the literacy
So you don't
level and all
want to
that.
call Ronnie O'Sullivan to
Oh,
Pakistan?
he's very expensive.
But he's so good.
But right now,
so good.
First
Yeah,
class highway.
but right now what we're going to do is that we have got a small video from his YouTube channel. The quality is not very good, but we're going to share it with you guys. Go ahead, take a look, and then when you guys are going to come back, we're going to ask him how to literally make a bridge though.
Oh, really? That's good.
Snooker is a game of right technique that includes many shots. Follow through. Screw shot. Spring queuing. Stun shot. Side spin. Power shots. Acquired shots. Perfect queuing. And treasure shots. To improve your game, subscribe our Pakistan's.
Okay, welcome back. And that was a little clip from your YouTube video.
And there was nothing in Urdu in the video.
No, there's one in Urdu version, one in English
Yeah,
version.
but the thing
Because
is,
I used to get so many, because this is an English
channel,
review,
of
so I
course.
gave you
This
this.
is
It's all right, relax.
Listen, he's in that. No, he's in that mood today where he's just trying to like.
Come on, don't do that.
Cheeky. No, you've been doing
Okay,
it.
so what are the most common mistakes people make when they play snooker? Most common mistakes.
Most common mistake is probably the bridge hand.
Okay, so how do we make a bridge? Like this?
I have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like this,
so
right?
You can different
me try
ways,
it on the
right?
table, though.
Because you could do it with your finger.
Like
or
this?
you could do it
You've
with
got a
thumb.
good bridge. I think
Is
you
it a
used
good
to
bridge?
play with. Yeah, that's
Yeah, it
decent.
works.
Actually, there are 4 anchor points. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these supposed to be on the bed of the table. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then how you make it a bridge? It can't be a loose bridge.
Yeah.
It has to be rock solid. Just like if you've been
that
to a
doesn't
snooker
move.
club, it should not. It
Yeah.
should not, because if you are aiming on the cue is on here,
Yeah.
and if you slips it, so your shot will go off.
Yeah, well,
That's one of the
the
things.
last, oh God,
I can give you 5 hours lecture.
And then what happens is
Don't
that
have
when you
enough
make a bridge, people say, very sorry, people say that you have to keep this leg straight.
Stance,
And
yeah.
then you hold the stick not from the very end, but thoda sa aage.
Nah, that depends on the distance of
And
the shot and
everyone
the
has their
power
own
of the
technique,
shot which
right?
you're going to use.
You have your own style and own technique, which works for you.
Every person has a different body structure,
Exactly.
yeah? So it has to be accordingly.
His
It
is
So
a
can't
I'm
huge
be-
so
it
struggle.
tall, so
can't
you
be-
know, at times I get a backache too as well.
Yeah, then,
Oh my
then
God.
what we need to do is to probably we need you to bend both of your legs for a shot. So you can
Just a
approach your
squats.
table flatly. So otherwise it'd be very difficult and you'll be keep getting the pain.
Okay, so now so that's a little bit of technical advice there. But now actually looking at the actual, looking at
Scenario.
snooker within Pakistan, and right now currently we have some players within Pakistan.
We have.
So would you like to name them?
First of all, our legend is Muhammad Yusuf. He is my hero and everybody's hero. He's the
Yes.
one why we are still playing snooker in Pakistan. Otherwise,
Excellent.
we would have lost it. So, secondly was Muhammad Asif. He became world champion, I think, in 2012. I suppose, if I'm not wrong. And then now, currently, we've got under 18 world champion. That is Naseem Akhtar, and
He was recently in the newspapers, right?
Yes,
yeah,
he was.
definitely
And this
remember, yeah.
because our association has recently started sending juniors to the World Championships.
Excellent.
And it's been, I think, only 2 or probably 3 years.
So how
that
many
they've
of
been
these people
participating.
have you trained or coached?
They're mostly from different areas.
Yeah.
So it all depends whoever is coming to me and all that. They're working with PBSA, Pakistan Billiards and Snooker Association. So they usually bring a few of the coaches from abroad.
Okay.
And they are before my time and all that.
Okay,
So,
so now that's wonderful that we have fresh young talent and fresh young blood within this arena at the moment. But for you, what would you like to see happen, and what would you like to see for the future of snooker within Pakistan?
Because it's not really a career over here in Pakistan, unfortunately.
what is
And we
a
have
career
seen-
in Pakistan,
And we have
not
seen
doctor?
even our snooker players and the champions themselves, they've been literally on television saying that, you know, we need to be paid more and more.
You know, you have the wrestlers, you know, the bodybuilders saying that, you have the cyclists, you have the golfers.
It's only the cricketers who are not saying it.
Because they've got money, isn't it?
Yeah.
They've got private sector.
Yeah.
So as soon as we can get private sectors in it,
But
we
okay, now
can
tell
pull
me
them
one
in.
thing. You've been in this industry for a while. Why is the private sector within Pakistan so reluctant to invest in these sports when the ability is there?
That's a very harsh question, but I have to say it because we are not presenting it right to the sellers. We are not marketeers, actually.
Okay.
We need a proper face for this sport. We need a proper marketing strategy, and then we need to present our achievements and our current
Well, I think
scenarios.
it's not like that.
Wait. But before that, like with the marketing strategy, where are all the snooker people at with that? Is there a strategy? Are you making one? Are you trying to spruce it
Why
up?
can't we hire a marketer?
Yes, it's the question that we should ask PBSA, that is Pakistan Billiards and Snooker Federation. They are trying to do whatever they can, and what's
Are they
their
helpful?
Sorry.
Are they helpful? Do they help you? Are you associated with them?
Actually, they've got local bodies in every region, like Punjab governing body, and then KPK and all that. But as usual, they are very busy in their own task and
Okay.
you know, achievements and all that. So they are supporting us whenever it's required, but not as they're supposed to be. Actually.
Okay.
They
No, I
need,
think
they
I'm
need to
going
put
to-
more
That-
efforts
Yeah.
in it.
That's a
They
complaint
need
that
to
a
put-
lot of
Yeah.
sport
And I'm
people
going to
have.
reiterate one more thing. I've said it before too. And as a matter of fact, for all of these different TV shows which we watch where they're giving away Land Cruisers and
Yeah.
motorbikes and televisions and
At
this
least they're
much
giving
amount of
something
gold
away.
and whatnot. And all you have to do is probably beg the, you know, host for just a minute or probably 30 seconds. And yeah, motorcycle up.
Okay.
So why can't all of those people sponsor our, you know,
Brilliant.
players, our artists, and probably send them somewhere where they're going to bring back some pride, some honor.
I
These
hope your
companies-
message
these
And a great
transfers
image
to
of
those
Pakistan.
guys.
Sorry?
I hope his message goes to those
No, but the
guys,
thing is-
and they should look into this as well. Because, sorry,
no,
I'm cutting
you're
you
the
off.
guest.
Because the snooker is a game which is a very hard sport. It's the world's second most difficult game in the world. First is golf, and second is snooker. Because it's a round ball, hitting with the round ball, hitting with the small tip, putting in the round pocket. So it's a bit
Yeah, it's
technical, isn't
great.
it? It can't just be happening.
Yeah.
So people are spending like 5 to 10 years of their life to get into the position to get a title. It's not a sport that you can make a stamina in 1 year and get ready for the Olympics. It's not.
It's an investment.
It's an investment of your time and energy.
Okay, and
So,
yeah.
sorry,
No,
please.
continue. No.
So they need financial support, and that financial support, you know, they can't spend much of a time on studies, which I discourage. They should get studies as well. But because of our family structure, you know, they leave so many things and they go into the snooker on.
Okay, no, but see, the thing is, like, you know, give away gifts, make these game shows, do whatever you like, but kind of balance it out, you know, be productive in that. And also, these people who are doing this, they probably can't afford these things. So,
I think they can because, you know, they're
no, the people
bringing
who
in.
are the targeting. I'm
Yeah,
talking about.
exactly. I think you're right over here. But thank you very much, sir, for coming over. It was
You're
lovely
welcome.
to have a beautiful conversation
Same
with you.
here.
Thank you
Same
very
here.
much for
It was
telling me
pleasure-
that my bridge
pleasure
is
was
perfect
mine. Yeah.
and it's rock solid too.
But now, what would be one message to all those youngsters out there who may be interested in getting into snooker?
Get disciplined, and you need to work hard on your personality as well. It's not just a sport. It's not just how how many balls you can pot, but how can you present yourself? How can you present Pakistan to the world? That's
Because
only
the day
thing we
when
can do.
whenever it's a championship match, all you have to do is that you have to really be suited and booted. So you have to wear that waistcoat and a bow, so you might feel a bit uncomfortable. So please make sure that you're habitual of that. Because over here, people, whenever you go to the club, somebody's wearing a kameez, somebody's wearing a shalwar, somebody's wearing something else, so they're comfortable. But the day when it is a championship match, that's how you have to play.
And I'm sure they'll be prepared for that, hopefully. But
Do you,
Okay.
do you tell them that, you know, okay, you have to wear this dress and then come to me for a training?
I do. Actually, I do live sessions on Facebook as well.
All right.
So that's my main thing,
Excellent.
to guide them mentally.
All right, excellent. Thank
Amazing.
you so much for your time. It's been an
Same
absolute
here.
pleasure
Thanks for
talking
the
to you.
time.
And best of luck
So nice
with the
of you.
future.
So nice.
Okay, guys, so that was us discussing snooker. And actually, there is a huge interest, there's a huge following, and a lot of people are playing it. And we've been doing it for decades. I did not know that. And this is the beauty of these shows, that we learn something every day.
Exactly. I think that's how it is. Ladies and gentlemen, do not forget to write to us on our Facebook fan page, which is with the name of
Well, this morning.
On Twitter and
Well, this morning with
Dailymotion and YouTube.
Well, this morning.
The fabulous repeat's going to be at
5 past 11 p.m. I'm trying different ways because
Tonight.
people don't realize.
11
so
or
5
5.
past. Yeah, 11:05, 5 past 11 p.m.
Yeah.
in the evening tonight.
So look after yourselves. 1, 2, 3. Good morning. Thank you very much.